that we saw performed in our pageant today. He wrote, "I have carried into effect an old idea of mine and joined the Unitarians, who would do something for human improvement if they could, and practice charity and tolerance." So while Dickens did not officially change his religion away from the Anglican Church, that would have been politically incorrect at the time, he definitely had become a Unitarian in spirit, and he lived like one. Dickens himself had lived in dire poverty. His father had been in debtor's prison, and Charles had to work when he was a young child to help pay off the debt. But rather than just talk and write about this kind of suffering in his articles and his pamphlets, he came to understand that the most effective way to reach the broadest segment of the population with his social concerns about poverty and injustice, especially children's poverty, was to write a deeply felt story. He wrote A Christmas Carol in just 6 weeks, beginning in October 1843, and the first edition had already sold out by Christmas Day of the same year. In 1849, Dickens started to do public readings of A Christmas Carol and eventually did 127 performances of it. He demonstrated the power of storytelling. The story did more than affect the hearts of the people, who began to see that time of the year as one of family gatherings. It also helped influence government legislation. In 1844, just the next year, Parliament passed a Factories Act that was, in effect, the first Health and Safety Act in Britain. And I don't have to tell you that Unitarian Universalists have a long history of acting for social justice. The Unitarian Social Justice Committee, which now has become the Unitarian Universalist Social Justice Committee, has worked tirelessly for nearly a century to help the disadvantaged, the dispossessed, and the persecuted, sometimes at the risk of their own lives. And today, our special plate collection, which will be accepted in the social hall after the service, is designated for the Unitarian Universalist Social Justice Committee. May it be so. Go now in peace and know that you are loved.